Well, thanks for coming in and talking about that ag district. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about it and what's going on. So what we're going to do now is explain how to actually fill out the application, walk you through how to get the information you need, just to make sure you do this correctly. My name is Sarah Noggle. I'm the Extension Educator for Agriculture and Natural Resources in Paulding County, Ohio. So the first thing we need to do is obtain a copy of that actual ag district application. We can get those from the Paulding County Auditor's website, or they could be emailed to you from the Paulding County Extension Office. Our applications at the Auditor's website, that address is www.pauldingcountyauditor. It's PAULDINGCOUNTYAUDITOR.com. Again, that application that you'll find there is meant to be handwritten, or you can request a PDF fillable application. We tried to speed up the process, so I converted that into PDF fillable. We have the approval from the auditor's office, and so you can call 419-399-8225, ask for myself or Katie, and we can email this application to you. If you don't have a chance to call in, or if it's after hours, feel free to email me or Katie. My email is noggle, noggle.17@osu.edu, and Katie's is gorrell, gorrell.42@osu.edu. So to navigate and find that actual application is the first step if you're going to the auditor's website. Additionally, you could probably walk into their office and they can give you an application if you don't have a way to print, or you can stop in at the extension office and we could print one for you also. So what you'll do is locate the Forms tab on the left-hand side. It's underneath Property Search, and it's the fourth item down. Click that Forms tab. It will take you to a new screen on the auditor's website, and then what you'll do is you'll find the form called the Ag District Application. The form that you would look like, the front of it or the top of it would look like what I'm showing you at the screen. There are 4 pages total for each application, and this is the one that's meant to be handwritten. So once you have that, click print and print a copy, and we'll show you how to fill it out. The other way would be to receive that email application, and what the difference is, all it looks like is there are some blue boxes that you will actually type into. Once you type in all the information that we need, then you'll print the application instead of printing it first. So we're going to go through that process of filling it out. The first thing you need to do is get some information around to fill out the application. The things that you'll need to fill it out are the owner's name, their address, the description of the land as shown on the property tax statement, the location of the property, just the street and road, and also the county. You'll need the tax district, the parcel number and total number of acres. Then you'll actually do total acres if you have multiple parcels on the application. There are a few general questions to answer. You'll sign and date it. And then under office use only, there's a CAUV application number, and we are asking that you fill that out. So filling out the application, section A, the first section is general information. So the first thing that you will do, if you're handwriting or typing, you would find your tax statement, and we'll show you how to do that online, or you're going to pull that out of a file that you had. You'll type in the owner's first and last name as it appears on the tax statement. Note, if this is an LLC, a corporation, you don't have just kind of your first and last name, maybe it's a trust, put that name as it appears on that tax statement. And then in parentheses, we want you to add the person who will be signing the application. Again, it does need to be the landowner filling out the application. So if you cash rent land, you can't fill this out on behalf of someone you're cash renting for. It needs to be filled out by them, but I would recommend that you assist them. So where do we find the information? First of all, refer to your tax statement or find it at the auditor's website. If you have your tax statement, this is just kind of the top half. I've whited out a name, and you'll look underneath the left side that says real property, first half. Just make sure you have a current tax statement to make sure the name is listed correctly. The other way is to go back to the Paulding County Auditor website, www.pauldingcountyauditor.com. What you'll do, you'll click on one of the two search tabs. They take you to the same place. There's just two of them. So click either one of those. It will take you to another screen. What you'll do is type in one of the search options. You could go by last name or first name. If you have an LLC or a trust or something like that, it's a little harder to search. So if you know a parcel number, or you can click on the Advanced tab and use that. But again, just one box, usually last name, is what you need to use to search. When you click search or you've typed in that name, it will take you to another screen. This will yield one or more lines of results. The one thing I want to note is over on that right-hand side, make sure you're looking at Land Use 101. That needs to be there to apply for the Ag District. So you're going to fill your name and address on the application underneath owner's name and address. Again, we used Brutus Buckeye as our example and the Paulding County Extension Office address as the example. I pretended like maybe this was an trust, and so the Ohio State University et al. And then the person who would be signing is Brutus Buckeye. So again, if there are two names on the tax card, please put both names on the application. Just separate those with a comma. And again, if it is a different name and it's someone else that would be signing, that just helps the auditor's office out to know. Then what you'll do back at the auditor's website is click on the parcel number, and it will take you to another screen. From that screen, there are tabs across the top. You'll click on the sixth one, and that's called Tax, and that's going to now take you to another screen. When you're on the tax screen, about a third of the way down, there will be a part that will highlight, and I've circled it here. It says, click here to view the tax bill for this parcel. You'll click that. That's going to bring up your tax statement. If you couldn't locate that, maybe you didn't have it in a file or you just thought it would be faster. The one thing that I will tell you for our auditor's office in Paulding County, we're going to allow multiple parcels per application as long as they have the same owner. The application holds 6 lines, both the handwritten or the PDF fillable. You will include multiple descriptions and multiple streets or roads if adding multiple parcels. You don't need to worry about what if they're on different roads or anything like that. If you're not from Paulding County, please check with your local auditor's office about the option of multiple parcels per application. If not, you just have a few more applications to fill out, which shouldn't be a problem. So on your tax statement, what we're going to be looking at is the right-hand side. This information at the right, parcel ID, taxing district, property location, legal description, and acres is what we need to finish Section A. So the application says description of land as shown on property tax statement. At the side, you will see legal description, and that's what we will put in the application. One quick trick that you can do, you can click with your mouse in front of legal description and highlight to the end. And if you hold down your control button, press C, that will copy that information. You'll click back on that PDF fillable application, click in the box that says description of land as shown on the property tax statement in the application, hold down the control button, press V, that will paste it in there. It just saves you a step instead of trying to retype that in directly. It's kind of confusing sometimes. The other thing that we said, if you were putting multiple parcels on the application, just put a comma in between each one. We'll fill out all the information for the first parcel, then we'll go back and search that tax card on the website or pull out the next piece of paper to do that. The next part of the application is the street or road. Again, on the tax statement, you'll look up the property location, and simply you can highlight that again, copy it, paste it in the application underneath street or road, or they're pretty short, you could probably just type those in. On the application then, and I'm kind of screenshot of the application as we were copying and pasting, you'll put in your county name, and so Paulding County. One question that came up, can we do this application? Maybe we only own 2 parcels. One is in Van Wert County and one is in Paulding County. Unfortunately, you need to do 2 different applications for each county. The next part of the application, there's a box, kind of a chart, and we need to do the tax district on the application. So on the tax statement, it says taxing district. This is a 2-digit code. So you take that 2-digit code, click back in the application under tax district, and put that one in. The next box on that chart is the parcel number on the application. Where you find that on the tax statement is under parcel ID. And so from our example right here, the parcel ID is 17-13S-011-01. Again, I recommend just clicking in front of parcel ID and doing that Control-C, clicking back in the application under parcel number and Control-V, or if you're handwriting, just write that in. The number of acres listed on the tax statement should be listed. This could be multiple places past the decimal, and so make sure you put in that exact acreage as it's listed on your property card. Again, this goes underneath the box that says number of acres next to that parcel that you just put in. So here's a picture of what it looks like. If you own multiple parcels, please just repeat this process getting to the next tax statement. Again, we can hold 6 on here. Some of the forms will auto total your acres. If you receive the form after Friday, February 8th from our office, it will. Unfortunately, I didn't catch that before we sent it out to some of you as you came in. So you might have to hand total those up. The other thing that we did say, at the top of the application, there are 2 boxes. Mark if it's a new or a renewal. Now, this is a little confusing. You might be putting multiple parcels, and so it might be a new and renewal. But if you've ever had a parcel in the Ag District program, they're considering that a renewal, even if the application had expired, because they have something on file for you already. But as a good reminder, the application must be renewed every 5 years. There's not necessarily a letter sent to you as a reminder for renewal. They try to do that, but not guaranteed that that has to happen. It's just kind of a courtesy. So again, new or renewal. All right, so then we're moving on to section B of the application. It's just one question with a yes or no answer. It says, does any of the land lie within a municipal corporation limit or subject to pending annexation? So yes or no. If you do mark yes, remember you need to, upon completing the application, take a copy of it and submit it to the clerk of courts. And so again, if it's yes, you're going to have to make 2 copies of this application. Then we're going to move on to section C. One question on section C. So you'll answer that question yes or no. Is the land presently being taxed at its current agriculture use valuation? That's CAUV. Under section 5713-.31 of the Ohio Revised Code. If you marked no, there's going to be another chart on the application you'll have to fill out. But if yes, then you're finished with section C. If you marked no, though, you need to fill out this chart and you need to determine of that parcel, where does that cropland fall? Is it cropland? Is it pasture? Is it a woodland? Is it land retirement or conservation program? Is it a building area? You might have a few acres in each one of those. Could it be roads, buildings, or other areas not used for ag production? You have to go last year, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago for that record. And then total acres should equal what is on that parcel statement. Last section is section D. And so again, one more yes, no question. The question is, does the land for which the application is being made total 10 acres or more devoted exclusively to agriculture production or devoted to and qualified for payments or other compensation under a land retirement or conservation program under an agreement with an agency of the federal government? So, yes or no. If you mark no, there are a few additional questions to complete. So if you put no, there's 2 more things you need to answer. You need to attach evidence of the gross income for the past 3 years. If the average yearly income from agriculture production was at least $2,500 or more, or you need to say the owner anticipates that the land will produce an annual gross income of $2,500 or more, and then you must show evidence attached to that anticipated gross income. Again, don't forget to attach this requested information in section D if you answered no. So, there's one more part that it says do not complete for official use only, and it's one little box. And while this part's not necessarily your responsibility, the auditor's office can get that. It's just going to speed up that process. We have those numbers here at the extension office to help you. But with the time restriction on the labor action, they're super busy this time of the year. They're doing the CAUV renewals. There's a new conservation program, and there's only a few people taking care of that, one particularly for all three of those areas. So you can call the auditor's office and ask for Angie, or you can call the extension office to get your CAUV application number if you live in Paulding County. It's only to speed up the processing step of the applications, but it's one we highly recommend. So the final steps is your signature and date. So I recommend, if you're using that PDF fillable document, saving your document. Again, then in the 5 years, you could just pull that back up, make the changes, or maybe it's just simply, it's already there, reprint it, and sign and date it. But to do that, you'll click on the top left-hand corner of that PDF fillable document under File, and then it will drop down a menu. You'll click on Save As and rename your document. Something like the 2019 Brutus Buckeye Ag District application in Paulding County, or whatever county you're in. So hopefully your printer works. If not, and you saved that, you could probably email that into the auditor's office or to our extension office. We can print that for you, and then you can sign that. But hopefully your printer's not like the one in the picture. Saving your handwritten document, if you're using that handwritten form, I recommend that you make a photocopy of it and keep that on file before you turn it into the auditor's office. If you're not going to photocopy it and you have a computer scanner, scan and save that document to your home computer. And then don't forget to sign and date that application. Again, unsigned forms are considered invalid. So just a few helpful hints. Returning the application to the auditor's office in Paulding County, you can hand deliver those. Just remember, if you're walking into the courthouse, make sure you enter on the east side. There's now a security system, so you'll have to go through that security. So take those pocket knives out of your pocket. Don't wear big belt buckles. It'll just speed up the process getting through security. The auditor's office is in that first hallway past security on the south side of the building. It's located right there on the main floor if you haven't been in the courthouse before of the building. If you're going to mail the completed applications into the auditor's office, again, don't forget the postage and mail your application to 115 North William Street, Suite 101, Paulding, Ohio, 45879. The thing that I just want to remind people is, while the deadline for these applications for every calendar year, including 2019, how that Ag District works is the first Monday in March, which this year it's March 4th, 2019. I strongly recommend that you apply prior to the vote on February 26th in Toledo. Don't wait until the last minute to apply or to expect to call the auditor's office, as a lot of things are due on that date, and there's some processing time required. The other thing is, I'm teaching lots of different programs at the extension office, and so I'm not always in the office if we need to help you also. Our contact at the Paulding County Auditor's Office for these applications, her name is Angie Stoller. She can be reached at 419-399-8206, or you can email angies@pauldingcounty-oh.com. If you need a little more information, you were a little confused on why am I doing this Ag District, what does it do for me? There's two places, again, back at the Paulding County Auditor's website. Underneath the left side, links, and then the third item down is the Ag District, or through the Ohio Revised Code, and that website is codes.ohio.gov/ORC/929.02. I did kind of put a screenshot so you know you're at the right one, but again, this is code 929.02. So with that, I'll take any questions you have here in this session. My contact information again is Sarah Noggle, and I'm here in Paulding County, noggle.17@osu.edu. My phone number here is 419-399-8225. And the one thing I want to remind each of you is tell that positive story, how you're working on your farms. Let those neighbors stop in, because our generations are farther and farther removed from agriculture. I care about each one of you, and I know you care about your farm. So let's keep those farms strong. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call or email me. Thanks, everyone.